This week on Cal High Sports Bay Area, huge league games and rivalry games all around the Bay Area. We have the Island Bowl with Ensenal and Alameda. Campo faces league rival Dougherty Valley, and Lee battles Live Oak.
We're in the pool with Monta Vista and Cal. We continue the season with De La Salle football as the Spartans meet Granite Bay and the St. Francis Lancer, who's also a dancer. It's all next on Cal High Sports Bay Area, and it starts right now.
Welcome to Cal High Sports Bay Area here at the Silver Creek Sportsplex. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. We start this week with opening night in the West Catholic League. This powerful league with the top 6 teams combining for just one loss in preseason, and that was Serra's loss to De La Salle.
Yeah, your favorite San Jose police officer, Pimentel, very happy that Bellarmine's doing so well. But the Padres are not eligible to playoffs, so the regular season means everything to them. Serra taking on undefeated Bellarmine. The Bells, a wildly talented team this season, with the returning starters Troy Martig and Kyle McCauley leading an explosive offense, averaging nearly 40 points a game so far this season. The league opener at City College Friday night.
The Bellarmine Bells getting their student section riled up before facing league rival Serra. Scoreless after the first. In the second, Serra in the red zone. Kalepi Lataimua takes the handoff and goes around the outside and in for 6. Padres take a 7-0 lead. Bellarmine comes right back. Troy Martig to Antonio Garcia. Garcia goes right up the gut, and we are all tied up at 7. And still in the second, Bells now up 10-7. Martig takes matters into his own hands. He breaks free and sees nothing but open field. Martig dodging defenders left and right before finally being brought down. But the Padres D stepped up big here with just seconds left before the half. Jovan Johnson gets the pick. Third quarter, Bells now trailing 14-10. It's quarterback Troy Martig following his blockers, hustling up the field. No one can catch Troy. Troy with a 52-yard TD. Bells back up 17-14. Bellarmine really starting to pour it on. Antonio Garcia does his job at the 1-yard line. 23-14 home team. Serra feeling the pressure and pulling out some tricks with this double reverse. But Kyle McCauley is in the right place at the right time, ending the Serra drive. And if you're wondering who was going to score the next TD, well, it's none other than Troy Martig. This time from 13 yards out, it's now 30-14 Bellarmine with 11:26 left in the fourth. But don't count out the Padres. Lucky none knows time is winding down, and he connects with Brandon Monroe in the end zone. They go for 2 to pull within 8. However, Bellarmine was not going to let this one slip away. Vincent Fernandez gets the first down, and the Bells would use up the clock from there. The final 36-28. Bellarmine now 4-0 on the season.
The Los Gatos Band helping the Wildcats get ready for the second game on their new turf. First quarter and the visitors are moving. Eduardo Andrade connects with David Hernandez on the post, setting up a Robbie Salas 3-yard plunge. It's 6-0. Ensuing drive, LG sends out the punting unit, but that's not the punter. It's backup quarterback Kyle Reed, who throws a strike to Grant Rosenbaum, 7-6 Cats. Back come the Chargers. Manu Turi takes it up the middle, untouched, 46 yards, 2-point conversion fails, 12-6 Chargers. The LG defense stepping up here as the ball pops into the hands of Caden McLaughlin, and the Wildcats are in business. Check out the hole the O-line makes for Jordan Howell, who explodes through it. He takes a licking but keeps on ticking. A few plays later, it's 14-12 Cats. Time winding down in the half, but our CCS Baseball Player of the Year, Hunter Biggie, shows he can sling the football. It's Ryan Galt again for the score, 20-12 at the break. Wilcox comes out of the half firing as Robbie Salas on the dive, a nasty stiff arm, and he's on his way, 45 yards, setting up a Turi score, and Wilcox back in front by 4 after converting a big fourth down. LG back on the move, and it's Miles Beach taking the screen pass, going all the way down the sidelines, 50-yard of the house, and Los Gatos is up 35-32. Just minutes left now, and Jordan Howell takes the give over the left side, and Howell is going to race into the end zone to seal the deal. The Los Gatos Wildcats get a huge De Anza League win as they hand Wilcox their first loss of the season, 42-32.
Contra Costa County Sports is brought to you by StatMed Urgent Care, the right care right now. Monta Vista going over last-minute strategy before facing league rival California. The Mustangs starting things off. Liam Miller over to Lauren Indart. Indart finds the corner of the cage to give her squad a 1-0 lead. California answers. Sydney Hamill passes to Izzy Najee, and Najee slips this one past the keeper to tie the game up at 2 goals apiece. 4-3 now MV on offense. Clara Mallon connects with Jolie Trujillo in front of the net. Jolie somehow manages to put this one in through defenders, and with just seconds seconds left in the first. Freshman goalie Madison Davis from all the way across the pool puts it in at the buzzer. That is definitely play of the week worthy. Stay tuned, Madison. To the second, Monta Vista really got hot, looking to increase their 4-point lead. It's Trujillo on the breakaway, firing it in. Joel Lee Trujillo with 9 goals in this game. The Grizzlies not giving up. Drew Halverson takes matters into her own hands. Drew with the impressive shot to put Cal back within 4. And in the second half of the game, MV poured it on. Morgan Lewis passes to Sydney Milham for the score, and Monta Vista wins with a final of 20-10. The Mustangs remain undefeated in the East Bay League at 4-0. Each week, we bring you the Players of the Week, brought to us in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rikus Center. Okay. Let's get it. Running from the back, good night, Joe Williams. When he's at it, stay back, vital brilliance. Too strong, too fast, cat will battle millions. Minions, billions, your army and civilians. 200+ yards and the big win. So cold, ice flow like a penguin. 3 touchdowns, he's the big reason why. Hayward's doing work, clocking on this 9 to 5. Got the power of a Jimmy Lulu Kitchen. Serving everybody, what do you wish then? All that power, you knew she would unleash, man. Control of the game like a voodoo chief said. Complete massacre, 26 skills. She had to hide the bodies, all those dicks will tell you the story. The evidence is clear, now put it on the books. Poetry, emotion, Shakespeare. You hear that? They're coming for you.
Muir orthopedic specialists bring us great advice each week on sports-related injuries. Here's Dr. Charles Preston with this week's tip.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Preston, sports medicine specialist at Muir Orthopedic Specialists. I encourage all athletes starting high school to begin a weight training program. The one thing freshmen have when they enter high school is a lot of mobility and typically lack some stability. As such, weight training programs should be building the foundation in the athlete. That includes early foundation work, stability work, and to give you an example, a freshman has to be able to do push-ups, then bench press a bar, then add weight and build up in a pyramid type fashion to become stronger and stronger. As long as these principles are adhered to, young athletes can be in the gym and be involved in weight training programs to become stronger, faster athletes.
Coming up, 2 of the Bay Area's very best as Monta Vista takes on Clayton Valley. It's the Togo's Monster Game.
And the season with De La Salle football. This week we meet the Spartan abandoned by his parents, but he found a new family. The Stevens Creek Toyota Spirit of Achievement feature when we come back. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, the leader in innovative sports medicine, is proud to present its new 46,000 square foot facility in Walnut Creek. This new leading-edge facility combines high-tech equipment, an Olympic weightlifting area, indoor turf field for training and rehab, and expanded physical therapy facilities. The new Muir Orthopedic facility features efficient and personalized check-in, spacious reception areas, and on-site digital x-rays for fast results. For the best care for your treatment and recovery, visit the doctors at Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
The Rikus Center for Human Enhancement offers a range of programs in the athletic fitness department designed to train athletes of all ages and abilities. Our programs range from Rise Up for student athletes 9 and older to Pinnacle and team training sessions for more advanced athletes with a specific far-reaching goal. Or sign up for Core and get a customized workout plan designed for whatever intensity or ability level you want to achieve. From Pinnacle to Core, the Rikus Center has a program to help you achieve your goals. So it's simple. If you've got goals, come to the Rikus Center.
It's a new season at Stevens Creek Toyota, and we're proud to present this year's all-star lineup. Like home run deals on Camry, the original Swagger Wagon Sienna, and our #1 player, better than par, Prius. Plus experience genuine Toyota service in our state-of-the-art facility. They're all here, your hometown champs, only at Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose. Visit us online at StevensCreekToyota.com.
We are back at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with 2 of the Bay Area's very best teams going at it Friday night. Clayton Valley is ranked 2nd in our Bay Area wide poll, led by tenacious running back Ray Jackson III.
An undefeated Monta Vista is led by junior quarterback Jay Kaner, who's having a huge junior year in large part to his 2 wideouts, Noah Soul and Trehone Banda. It's the Uggs versus the Mustangs in our Togo's Monster Game, and Robert was there.
It's It's a contrast in styles in tonight's monster game. The Monta Vista Mustangs like to throw the ball. Junior Jake Hayner, over 1,000 yards throwing already this season. He is a really good junior quarterback. On the other side, the Ugly Eagles like to hand it off to Ray Jackson III. RJ3 averaging right at 200 yards per game as part of a prolific Ugly Eagles rushing attack. It's the Monta Vista passing against the Ugly Eagles running in tonight's Togo's monster game. Here come the Ugly Eagles on the black turf at Clayton Valley High School, but Monta Vista comes out firing. It's Jake Hayner, play action, rolling out and throwing to Trejon Banda, who makes the catch and races down to the 20-yard line. The Stangs kick a field goal. It's 3-0. More Mustangs. It's Hayner rolling, and this time finding Noah Soul, and the senior wideout is in. 10-0 Monta Vista. Back come the Ugly Eagles, toss it to Ray Jackson III, juking and jiving his way 49 yards and into the end zone to cut the Monta Vista lead to 10-7. Monta Vista right back at him. It's a running play as Shade Perry busts through the line and a first down on the Stangs drive. Later on, it's Hayner faking the handoff and throwing on the move to Garrett Fitzgerald. The senior tight end is in, and Monta Vista has a 17-7 lead just before the half. Late in the second now, Clayton Valley looking to score. Will let the sideline make the call.
Oh, cut back. Oh, let's go, right? Let's go.
That play led to this 10-yard Jackson TD run. It's 17-14 Monta Vista at the half. Second half action now, and another spectacular run for RJ3 as he breaks through the line, turns on his speed, then barrels over defenders, running through tackles, and finally taken down. And that leads to this 1-yard plunge by quarterback Luis Ramos, and the Ugly Eagles take the lead for the first time, 21-17. Late in the fourth, Monta Vista desperate for a score, but the Ugly Eagle defense comes up huge with 3 straight sacks, including this strip sack by Justin Roper, and the Eagles celebrate a hard-fought 21-17 win, another 200-yard rushing night for Ray Jackson III.
Man, we knew that defense was pretty good, man. We just had to come out and just keep pounding them. I knew coach was telling them all week, they was too worried about me. They was going to be worried about me getting to the outside because of the previous game, so he wanted to come pounding up the middle, and we just kept pounding them until they was tired. We wore them out.
Thursday night volleyball between St. Patrick, St. Vincent, and Albany. First set, it's Nikki Luma odd-setting Hallie Webster for the kill. Bruins led early. Cougars fight back. Christine Miller to Serra Obasi through the block. And still in the first, Miller with the dig. Jillian Guffey with the bump set, and it's Angie Black finishing it off with an impressive kill from a tough angle. Cougars close out the first here, and let me tell you, 3 against 1, 3 wins every time. 25-19 Albany. Second set, good blocking on the outside for the Cougars, specifically Jerry Bonnell getting over the net to send it back. Cougs in command, and then it's Guffey feeding Miller on the right side, and she pounds it through the Bruin block. Albany takes set to 25-17. Third set now, Jasmine Asia with the nice set, and Miller hammers it home. She seemed to be everywhere on the court, and Bruins hanging tough in the third. Webster getting another kill as it just graces the line for the kill, but the Cougs would pull through in the end. Asia to Obasi for the kill, and Albany wins in straight sets and maintains first place and undefeated in league. Their record moving to 14-5 overall. Stevens Creek Toyota presents a Spirit of Achievement story with athletes who are overcoming adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
This week, Taylor Lambert is here with this week's edition of The Season with De La Salle Football.
Robert, the Spartans are back in action this week, traveling into Granite Bay. The team is rolling, and one player on defense is a huge reason why.
The Season with De La Salle is presented by Dr. Charles Preston, sports medicine specialist at Muir Orthopedic Specialists, and on the sidelines with the De La Salle Spartans.
Just like that, Brandis, perfect! Joe!
De La Salle is in full assault mode. After a slow start, DLS stands at 3-1, ranked 18th in the nation. One huge reason for the DLS surge is the Spartan defense, and one huge reason for the defensive surge is D-end Damon Wiley. First on the team in sacks and forced fumbles, second on the team in tackles, he takes care of his teammates. But growing up, it was Damon who needed taking care of.
Yeah, he's had a tough childhood. His dad left when he was a baby. His mom, my sister, has a substance abuse issue, and she was kind of incapable of taking care of him when he was around 6. So my dad and I took care of him when he was younger, and then my dad actually passed away when he was 8.
8 years old. Mom and Dad are gone, and Grandpa's gone now too.
Honest to God, if I didn't have my grandma, grandfather, and uncle, I'd be in a really bad place right now. Growing up, I was a really bad kid. You know, just didn't do anything right, always picking fights with people.
You know, when my dad passed away, his last request to me was to take care of Damon and make sure he's all right. I mean, I used to take him to my high school when I was 17 because no one else could watch him.
Nowadays, Damon lives with his grandma most of the time. Their relationship is strong. She's planted good values in Damon, and he's blossomed into a terrific young man.
They taught me, you know, always stay close to family. Family will always be there for you when no one else will.
Wait, you think your haircut looks better than mine? That's something.
So I had to kind of teach him that certain families have, you know, just different family structures, different family dynamics, and not everyone has a mom and dad.
You know, where you came from, you never lose. You have to work and drive for those who have pushed and put so many hours into you.
Lemon on 3, 1, 2, 3.
The fact that he goes to De La Salle now, it's such a great community of parents and family. He has so many moms and so many dads. Like, he has all these De La Salle moms that he literally calls mom, and they call him son.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it. Good. Next, go ahead.
Okay, after trade. Picture day at De La Salle is like anything else the Spartans do. Quick and efficient. The Spartans are hitting their stride in preparation for an away game at Granite Bay.
Yeah, we picked it up ever since the game against Texas, and we're really getting better every day. Just working to get better.
But like any picture day at any high school in the United States, asking teenagers to line up shortest to tallest quickly evolves into a tournament of back-to-back analysis in a game of who's taller.
No, I'm leaving.
You're saying you're the tallest?
Yeah, for sure.
No, I think Willie the tallest.
What did we do last time?
You're not the tallest.
Yeah, 40, yeah, I am. Back to back, back to back. Hey, for the original picture, I was taller.
He's taller than Willie's taller than you.
Don't put that on TV.
This week's practice produced good, but not great results, as Granite Bay, a top 20 team in NorCal, looms on the horizon.
Definitely can't take them lightly. We can't take any teams lightly, that's for sure. But, you know, any team that wants to play us is going to be a good game because you know they're going to come and play.
Got it. Good.
Drive, no, sink. What's up? Hey.
Do your job tonight or it's going to be a long night. I've told you that yesterday. They're going to be juiced up. The crowd's into it. It's a big home game for them. Don't give up anything long or cheap because of play action and you're not reading your keys. You're in the hornet's nest, you're going to have to respond.
And 3 minutes into the game, the Spartans do respond. Andrew Hernandez takes it 55 yards to the Grizzly 18. Then Chris Vanderklepp breaks through. Just a couple days after he told us this year he's unhappy with his performance at wide receiver.
You know, I haven't done as well as I thought I was going to do. I've had a couple drop passes and some key moments that, but I'm trying to move on from that, just work better.
Spartans, 3 receivers to the left. Here's Sweeney, wire throw across the middle. He's got his man. Touchdown, Chris Vanderklepp. Wide open across the middle. 19-yard touchdown pass from Anthony Sweeney, the 5th touchdown pass for Sweeney.
Big names such as USC head coach Steve Sarkisian watched over prospects during the game, but the best seat in the house goes to DLS assistant coach Nate Kenyon, who communicates with the sideline from the booth.
Safety.
The Spartans lead 16-0 at half, but with 4 turnovers in the first, it's time for a wake-up call.
You look at that defense saved you. Because you're not holding your end of the bargain up, I'll tell you that right now.
But every time we run the ball, there's 3 guys hitting our runner. That means you guys aren't doing your job, and you guys are taking turns.
De La Salle gets the picture, and they step on the gas, putting up 3 more touchdowns in the half. But as always, it's that Spartan defense showing up big.
44 is their best guy. He's on the tight end. Watch delays.
Yeah, here comes 44. 44 is coming.
44, Custer! Custer! 44, tight end, watch him!
It's not a perfect win, with the turnovers and all, but the defense put up a shutout, 37-0 De La Salle. On to the next one.
Notice you gotta wrap up, come on!
Another big win for De La Salle. Damon Wiley also doing very well this season with 30 tackles, second on the team. De La Salle, after that first loss to open the season, undefeated since then, they are rolling.
Yeah, great family support for Damon.
Oh gosh, really, really good family, and the DLS family as well.
Absolutely.
All right, once again this season, the San Francisco 49ers present the Coach of the Week award with $500 going to the winning coach.
Here's the 49ers' Ian Williams with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers defensive lineman Ian Williams, here to announce the Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to head coach Jay Braun from Oak Grove High School. After opening with two tough opponents, the Eagles came out of their bye strong with the 46-7 win over Palo Alto. It was a close game going into the half, but Braun's Eagles put up 5 unanswered touchdowns in the second half to run away with the win. Coach Braun will be invited to watch a 49ers practice at the SAP Performance Facility, where he will be presented his award by Coach Tom Sula. He will also be recognized on the field prior to our final home game on January 3rd. As part of this award, Oak Grove High School will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation. Congratulations to head coach Jay Braun, this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer's Coach of the Week.
Coming up, a huge match in the West Catholic League. It's Valley Christian and St. Francis.
But first, here's our Chevron Girls Volleyball poll.
Little Kickers is a great soccer program for your child. With coaches trained in child development theory, Little Kickers classes are tailored to meet the specific child's age and ability. This creative approach to coaching will have a positive impact on your child far beyond the soccer field. These fun, high-energy classes at the Silver Creek Sportsplex lead to children with strong physical skills who are well-balanced and confident. Classes are available now for ages 18 months to 9 years. Sign up for Little Kickers at the Silver Creek Sportsplex today.
Guys, I got the jerseys. El Nino. Aquí. Spray Dan. Oh, yeah. Don Ovan.
Think that's me?
You guy. It's $40. Can you cover that?
I'll send it to you right now. Done.
Okay, got it. So hat-trick Rick, he's the best player on our team. You get the ball, you give it to him.
Great. Rick.
On your phone, online, on the go, Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done.
All right, Don, you're on. Nope, just kidding.
When an athlete is injured, you need the right help right away. StatMed Urgent Care has only experienced medical specialists on duty 7 days a week. With no appointment needed, on-site x-ray labs and private exam rooms, you'll receive the best possible care right away. For immediate medical issues to routine care, StatMed has 2 locations in downtown Lafayette and in the Pleasant Hill Concord area near the Sun Valley Mall. StatMed Urgent Care, the right care right now.
We are the Valley Cheerleaders and we are Cal High Sports!
Opening night of West Catholic League play as Valley Christian travel to St. Francis. Opening set, Tori Dilford or Monica Stone. Let's start the rhyming as she Monicas it down to the floor to give the Warriors the early lead. Lancers coming right back. It's Amanda Hubbard with the set to Amanda Serix, and she puts it away for the kill. Still in the first, good dig by the Lancers, but even better blocking at the net by Valley Christian. Ashlyn Fleming sends it back to where it came from, and the Warriors took the first. In the second, Dilford pushes it to the outside, and Jade Gillespie fights it through the block for the kill. St. Francis now on the attack. Jenna Adams up to Hubbard, who feeds it perfectly to the outside, where Molly Burton puts it away to tie the game at 12. But Valley Christian would rally as it's Dilford to Fleming and set 2 to the Warriors, 25-22. Third set, Valley Christian smelled blood, so they took it. Dilford and Melanie Williams on the outside, and the sophomore showing she can step up on the big stage. And then to finish it off, check out the save by Elena Bruckner as she flies into the bleachers, somehow gets a perfect pass to Stone, and well, Stone knows what to do with that. Valley Christian with a big league win as they take the match in 3 straight sets.
Boys water polo with Santa Teresa meeting Pioneer, and you're going to see a lot of this guy. Jake Landrum firing at home, Pioneer with the early lead. The Saints battling in front. It's Tristan Heacock finally muscling at home, but Landrum was awesome for the Pioneer Mustangs. Jake here off the Colton Donnelly pass and somehow gets room to fire it in. That was nice. 4-1 Pioneer. Nice play here by the Saints as Cruz Wong goes to Trey Geis, who redirects it home. But the Mustangs never give up the lead. Here's how a goalie gets an assist. Noah Michaels deep to Landrum, who goes strong to the box. Another goal for Jake. He did it once. Here it is again. The assist from the goalie Michaels, this time to Ethan Vernon, and Ethan scores to make it 6-2 Mustangs. ST fighting back as Joey Wyckoff sends a rocket into the net right there. A nice shot past a bunch of defensive hands. Second half, more Mustangs. Connor Cleaver to Dom Bandonian, the junior, with a wicked shot. Look at this. Landrum with a blind shot with steam on it. The backhander goes, part of a huge 9-goal game for Jake Landrum as Pioneer wins it 14-8.
Service by Medallion joins the show this season and will honor teamwork and teammates who partner together to make great plays. This week, we salute the San Mateo Bearcats.
Teaming up on this flea flicker, it's Boris Mason back to the quarterback Austin Salvell on the flea flicker to Alejandro Alvarez Zamora. Great teamwork there, just as Service by Medallion partners with its customers to provide great janitorial and facility support services for Silicon Valley's best companies.
This season, OneHitAway.org will have concussion safety tips every week.
Here's Darren Cedibaka with this week's tip.
One Hit Away is your concierge for brain healing and brain health from sports-related concussions. While today's sports culture focuses on concussion prevention and concussion recognition, One Hit Away's focus is on brain healing and brain health, resulting from sports-related concussions. Because the brain continues to develop until the age of 25, it is vital to manage youth concussions conservatively to ensure optimal neurological development. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the Wells Fargo Bank Game of the Week as Campo travels to Dougherty Valley.
And later, Ensenal and Alameda meet up for the Island Bowl as Cal High Sports Bay Area continues.
Hi, my name's Tom McGraw. I'm the CEO of First National Bank of Northern California and the former Bellarmine Bell. Our bank is owned and operated locally by people who treat our customers like family. You can trust us to give your family or business the best banking services from a bank that's been around for over 50 years. And now we're in Sunnyvale at 425 South Matilda. Remember, go long and don't drop the ball at First National Bank of Northern California.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the largest indoor sports and fitness facility of its kind in the United States. Our doors are open to the public every day. Come see why people call us their home away from home. By Club Sport Fitness at the Silver Creek Sportsplex. Visit clubsport.com for a 3-day trial pass. By Chevron, every day your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Don't use low-quality gasoline that can leave deposits in the engine. Use the gas that cleans. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car. By Calpine, a generation ahead today. And by the Del Gran Dealer Group. Go to dgdg.com and be a happy car buyer.
Once again this season, Wells Fargo Bank is presenting the Game of the Week. You can go to our website, calhighsportsbayarea.com, right now to vote on next week's game. Each team to receive $500 from Wells Fargo Bank.
Which is very cool. This week, the most votes go to the Campo game at Dougherty Valley. This Diablo Valley League battle has the 4-1 Cougars taking on the undefeated Dougherty Valley Wildcats. The Wells Fargo Bank Game of the Week. Our Jack Washer was there.
And the Wildcats come roaring out onto the field, and that's about the only roaring they would do. First quarter, Campo on the move. Matthew Ringquist following his line and picks up 20 yards and a first down that would lead to a short Cougs touchdown. Second quarter, another long drive for Campo leads to this short touchdown run by Jack Cassidy, and the Cougars were on their way up 14-0. Later in the second, Ringquist, again around the left side, finds a huge hole, and there he goes, all the way for 30 yards deep into Wildcat territory. That would lead to this. Cassidy from a couple yards out, 21-0 Cougs. Dougherty Valley trying to make a move, but Miles Harris steps in the passing lane and picks it off, and a good return would set Campo up with great field position. A couple plays later, Cassidy up the gut on the draw, gets Campo rolling inside the 10-yard line. 2 plays after that, Jacob Westfall swings it out and finds Madison Young for a 5-yard pitch and catch. 28-0 Cougs at the intermission. Third quarter, Cougs still rolling. Westfall to Cassidy, makes a great one-handed catch, and no one stopping him, especially behind big number 74, Sterling Strother. 34-yard touchdown puts the Cougs up big. Then Westphal, showing off the arm, goes deep and finds his man, Kanan Crookshank, 40 yards down the sideline. Campo would score a few plays later and rolls easily in this one. 41-0 the final. We caught up with the Cougs after the game.
Well, here they are, fresh off a big victory to Campo Lindo Cougars. Guys, make some noise! We're here with left tackle Sterling Strutter. Sterling, the offensive line really controlled tonight's game from the start. How would you assess your guys' performance tonight?
This is a game we've been looking for all year out of the O-line. Hopefully we can just keep this moving through the rest of the year.
When you see guys like Jack, busting for tough yards after first contact, what does that do for you guys? How does that motivate the offensive line even more?
Having running backs that'll fight just as hard as us for extra yards is huge. It's huge. It's all a big family. It's not just the O-line, not just the running backs, it's everybody.
In the middle, Jack, kind of reverse that question. When you see the O-line busting their butt for you guys and opening up those holes, what does that do for you and all the other running backs?
Well, it makes it easy when there are all the holes. The linemen work hard, get through the hole, get yards.
Your coach talked about how this was the first complete game you guys have played all. You guys have been struggling to play all 4 quarters. How would you assess the whole team's performance tonight?
I would say the team was pretty hungry to come out and play 4 quarters and get some backups in and have a fun time, so that's what drove us.
Over here, Miles Harris. Miles, defense pitch a shutout. You had a pick yourself. How would you assess the defense's performance tonight?
I thought it was great. Coach has been preaching since week 1 that we need to follow the game plan, and we finally did that, and it showed with the shutouts.
You guys played a near-perfect game. Do you see anything you guys need to work on?
I'm sure our coaches have something we can work on, and we'll figure it out on Monday.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. Best of luck the rest of the year, and the floor is yours.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cougars at 3. 1, 2, 3. Cougars!
How you doing? How you doing? It's Cupertino facing Monta Vista in what would be a thrilling matchup. Monta Vista controlling the game much of the first half, but Cupertino scores first. It's Ashley Braddock pushing this one in, and then moments later, it's Braddock on the break, and Braddock fires it home again. 2-0, the Pioneers lead it at the half. But in the second half, Monta Vista fights back off the short corner. Julia Liu to Danielle Kuntz to Kaya Kumari, who turns and fires to cut the Eagles' lead to 2-1. Final seconds of the game. Monta Vista's Julia Liu fires from just inside the circle. It goes, and we go to overtime tied at 2. In the OT, Braddock with a nice pass across to Emily Pyle, who winds up and just crushes it for the game-winning goal in overtime. 3-2, the final. Cupertino wins it. Braddock and Pyle leading the way.
Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award each week. This award honors student athletes who volunteer in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award winner is Allegra Ziegler-Huntz. Allegra volunteers her time with the Santa Clara County Cadet Program, where Allegra learns about law enforcement and volunteers her time. Allegra explains why this is so important for her.
I think that learning about law enforcement and what they actually do and what their job is like is really important, because I think a lot of us don't really know what goes on in their world, what they spend a lot of their time doing.
The San Jose Sharks and Positive Coaching Alliance are back with us this season, honoring triple impact competitors. These are athletes who make themselves better, their teammates better, and the game as a whole better. This week we honor De La Salle quarterback Anthony Sweeney.
Anthony is a team captain leading one of the nation's very best teams. As an outstanding leader, Anthony will receive 4 tickets to an upcoming Sharks game and a replica jersey as this week's triple impact competitor.
Coming up, McClymonds and Piedmont.
And the field hockey star for St. Francis, who's also a dancer. Next.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stevens Creek Toyota, the #1 Toyota dealership in the Bay Area. Stevens Creek Toyota, it's where the deals are. By Mere Orthopedic Specialists, providing leading-edge care for athletes of all ages. By First National Bank of Northern California, delivering quality products and services to businesses and individuals while enhancing the economic environment of our communities. And by Catering by 5, outstanding meals for your next party wherever it is. Catering by 5, High Five Pizza, and High Five at the Plex.
Back at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with the undefeated McClymonds Warriors looking to do damage in the Division 4 bracket this season and off to a 4-0 start.
The Warriors taking on a Piedmont team also looking to do big things in Division 4 and off to an impressive 3-1 start. MAC traveling to the Hilltop to meet the Highlanders this week.
The Piedmont Highlanders fired up and ready to take on the visiting McClymonds Warriors. First quarter tied at 7. Gabriel Watson takes the sweep to the far side, makes his way around the corner, and he is gone. Turning on the afterburners, 80 yards for the touchdown. One of several long gains on the night, 14-7, only 5 minutes into the game. Things would not slow down as the snap sails over the quarterback head, and he cannot recover it. It's kicked out to the Warriors linebacker, Dylan Lewis, and Lewis scoops it up and takes it the distance, 77 yards to make it 17-14, McClymonds Warriors. Second half now, the Highlanders down by 9. Watson takes the handoff up the middle, makes a man miss, and he's going to take off again, making it to the sideline, shrugging the last defender, and he's going coast to coast into the end zone for another 80-yard score, cutting the lead to just 2. The Warriors looking for some late-game insurance, but the ball is loose and it's scooped up in stride by Andrew Meredith, and he wants to get in on the big play action, taking it all the way down to the 20, but can't quite get into the end zone, but still a big play for Piedmont. The Highlanders get one last shot late in the game, but the pass floats over the middle and it is intercepted. It's opposing quarterback Derek Purvis, and he's just going to sit down and let the clock do the rest, capping off a wild night in Piedmont as the McClymonds Warriors hang on and win it by a score of 23-21.
The Santa Clara Bruins welcome their team onto the court as they visit Monta Vista. First set Bruins, Katie Patterson saves the tip over to Shelby Paul, and she sets it up for sister Fiona Paul, who smashes it through the block and out of bounds. Matadors take the service. Sydney Howard sets it up high to the far side for Amanda Hua, who gets way up and smashes it down. No chance for a return. Set point Howard with another great setup, this time to Ellie Carey, and she spikes it down into no man's land to take the first 25-15. On to the second, D'Amico Wegaleski sets up Shaylin Yurson right in front of blockers, so she's just going to tip it up and over the wall, easily falling in for the point. But Matadors come right back. Carey sets up all-pro spiker Alia Johnson, and she picks her spot and sends it home, giving her team the second set 25-11. Third game, Lee goes up for the spike, but Laurie Mendoza is right there for the block, and she will send it back over where Michelle Wang awaits the set and spikes it in to the far corner. Trying to put it away on match point, Kirby Gottman gives the service to Chen, perfectly setting up Wang, who hammers it through the block attempt, and that's the game. The Monta Vista Matadors take the final set 25-17, winning this one in 3 straight.
Let's go inside Cal High Sports now with an outstanding athlete who's great on the field and on the stage.
Robert, Nicole Poach was just a freshman when she decided to start playing field hockey for the Lancers. But it's her dedication to being a graceful ballerina and dancer separating her from being just any ordinary athlete.
I mean, I've been dancing for about 14 years or more. I do point and I do tap, lyrical, contemporary, and I've done hip hop for several years. It really takes a lot of energy out, but it is the most fun thing I have ever done, and I'm so happy my mom put me through that when I was little. In dance, you really have to be very limber. You have to have a very good hip rotation. And just like in field hockey, you have to have strong arms and strong legs, which I got through dance from dancing about 14 years. So it has really helped me, but it is totally different in muscles working.
As a sophomore, she came in and she had really improved, and a lot of times with sophomores, even if they're not as skilled, you know, sometimes the conditioning, the physical conditioning gets our attention. And she was one of those kids that we just really couldn't ignore how much she had improved in terms of her physical conditioning and then her stick skills. Plus, she's a tremendous competitor.
She's a very creative dancer. She can go across the room and do something on her own, and she works really hard, and that's what I really like about Nicole.
Right when I get to the dance studio, I tape my toes, I tape my big toes, I tape them together. I make sure that when I cut my toes, it has to be straight. I can't have point edges. I take an ice bath with my feet. I just soak my blisters. It's hard days working as a point and having time for school and field hockey. I wake up at 6, I get ready, I go to school by 7, go through school. At 2:30, I'm done with school. 3 o'clock, I start practice until 5:30. And then from 5:30 till 9, I go as fast as I can to get to my practice safely. I go to dance, and dance usually starts at 6, so I run a little late, and I go till 9 or 9:30. And then I just crank out my homework from 9:30 to 11.
she kind of runs with that grace. Some of them that are a little bit faster are more like, gazelles and stuff, but she's tall and she just has these long strides. And you can just tell that she's got real control over her body movements, and that's obviously, I think, maybe more of, if nothing else, in a test to, cross-training and how it can help from one sport to the other.
The ballet gives you the technique that you need to make you a strong dancer. And when you come to tap, that technique comes into it and allows her to pick up movements much faster and easier.
I've never gotten nervous in my life for dancing or field hockey, so it's just something I was born to perform, and I love it. So there's no nerves when I'm out on that field or when I'm on that dance in a dance studio. It's just everything I love to do, so I take pride in it.
Nicole has really mastered her schedule and being able to balance everything. I don't know how she gets in even a meal, but she says she manages to fit it all in.
She's very talented young lady. Thanks, Marissa. Synergy Environmental Solutions cleans up environmental hazards, asbestos, mold, and all the dirty work for Bay Area schools, corporations, and homes. So each week, Synergy honors the athletes who do the dirty work on the field.
This week, doing the dirty work is the Oak Grove defense. The Eagles, with 2 interceptions in their win last week, holding their opponents to just 7 points in an impressive win. The Oak Grove D doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions.
Remember, you can buy DVD copies of every game you see on the show tonight. Just go to our CalHighSportsBayArea.com website, and your game will be right there. All of our show elements and the entire show can be seen on our YouTube site. And be sure to follow us on Twitter. @CalHighSportsBA is our handle. Now well over 10,000 followers.
Coming up, it's the Island Bowl as Alameda battles rival Encinal.
And we go into the pool with Monta Vista in California next. Club Sport at the Silver Creek Sportsplex is fitness for the entire family. Mom can feel secure in one of 120 individual fitness classes while the children play in the Child Care Center or learn to swim in the Club Sport pool. Dad gets a great workout in the state-of-the-art cardio and weight training area. Classes range from Zumba to aquatics and everything in between. No matter what your fitness goals are, Club Sport welcomes everyone. Club Sport San Jose has something for the entire family. DevCon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why DevCon was the choice for the 49ers' new stadium and for the new Earthquake Stadium. DevCon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, St. Francis, St. Ignatius, and Mitty wanted the very best, on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know DevCon is the best choice, whether it's new construction or renovation. DevCon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
I definitely got a lot faster. A couple days after I did my first class, I improved my 60 time at a showcase by 0.3 seconds, which is outstanding. Well, definitely working on the form component. I usually run upright where you're supposed to have your chest at a 45-degree angle. We worked on that and worked on it until I could actually feel myself when I did something wrong. But definitely that improved 60 time helped, and a lot of coaches came up to me and talked to me after that. It doesn't matter whether you're the biggest guy or the smallest guy in the gym. You're always treated the same, and it's just a great place to be.
Hockey on TV is one thing, but when you come to a game, it's just it's the next level. You know, a lot of guys talk about coming out of the shark head, and you feel the crowd. It's a really cool feeling because it's pretty quiet in the tunnel, and then as you come out, it's just a huge explosion. We play in a special building. You know, every night is so loud. You know, you feel like you're in a little tuna can, and you definitely hear the crowd a little bit more than other buildings. You know, playing in the NHL is always something you dreamed of come from a young age, and we play in the best place in the league.
This is Dr. Michael Miklich of Muir Orthopedic Specialists on the sideline with the Monta Vista High School Mustangs. And you're watching Cal High Sports Bay Area.
Back at the Sportsplex and a trip to the island of Alameda, where the Island Bowl is always a huge game, with 2 high schools on the Alameda battling it out for bragging rights for the next year.
A huge game for both schools, meaning a big crowd for the Island Bowl game, played on Friday night. The Encinal cheerleaders doing great work before a big crowd at the Island Bowl. First quarter, Devin Nash gets the Island Bowl started by handing it off to Adam Jew. Jew showing off his moves, sets up the Hornets in Jets territory. Later in the drive, Jew punches his way into the end zone for 6, and Alameda has a 7-0 lead. Hornets catch Encinal off guard early in the game with an onside kick. Tele Latmau with a huge hit on an Encinal player. The Hornets get the ball back in good field position, leading to another touchdown. Now late in the second, Encinal down by 14. Ball is over snap. Kendall Robinson picks it up and takes it to the house, and Alameda, just like that, has a 20-0 lead. Nash and company not done yet in the second. Nash finds James Lang on a fade route, putting Alameda up 26-0 at the half. Early in the third, Xavier Thomas would try to spark Encinal's offense. It's a long run to set up the Jets in scoring position. A few seconds later, Mikhail Hale pounds his way in to give the Jets their first score of the night. Late in the fourth, now the Jets continuing to fight. Kendon Robinson had other plans, though. Robinson picks up his second interception of the night and seals the game for the Hornets. Alameda wins this year's Island Bowl 39-23, big games for Nash and for Robinson, who had a huge game for the Hornets on defense.
Senior night at California, 10 seniors on this year's squad getting recognized for their hard work. First quarter, Dylan Costamagna goes across to Matthew Miller. Miller drains the shot to give the Grizz a 4-1 lead. However, MV would fight back. Jacob Wassel with the quick shot, and we are knotted at 5 apiece. Second quarter, Cal down by 1. It's Costamagna fighting through the tough shot to even it back up at 8. And we skip all the way to the fourth. Monta Vista now trailing by 1. Daniel Roth with a great side angle, and somehow he manages to put it in the net to even it back up at 13. And tied at the end of regulation, we head to OT. Pete Kenny passes to Colton Andrade for the goal, and the Mustangs take a 16-14 lead. However, back comes California. It's none other than Matthew Miller firing the ball past the keeper to tie things back up at 16. And with just 57 seconds left, it's Miller again. He's feeling the pressure, but he doesn't let it get to him. 8 goals in the game and a big one here, 17-17. But with just 9 seconds left, Kenny passes to Colton Andrade. Andrade drains a shot to give MB an 18-17 lead. But California would get one last chance. It's Kenny making his presence felt at both ends of the pool. He bats the ball down to end the game, and Monta Vista gets the victory 18-17, improving to 3-1 in league. Each week, May Industries honors a team of excellence that is doing great work, just like the construction work being done for more than 40 years by May Industries. This week's May Industries team of excellence is the Miramonte football team. The Mats have a long tradition of great teams and great quarterbacks, and this year, Tim Tagg continues that tradition. Head coach Jack Schramm's team is 5-0 to start the season, and the Miramonte football team is our May Industries team of excellence.
Coming up to the Mount Hamilton division as undefeated Lee meets undefeated Live Oak.
But first, here's our Chevron Top 10 football poll.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Wells Fargo, proud sponsor of the Game of the Week. By Lexus of Stevens Creek. Lexus of Stevens Creek is once again sponsoring the Volunteer Scholarship Award. 5 scholarships worth a total of $10,000 will be handed out at the annual Cal High Sports Banquet. By Tony and Alba's Pizza and Pasta. Come check out our sports event packages. And by the Rica Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
Back at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with the league opener in the Mount Hamilton division, where 3 teams start the week undefeated at 3-0. 2 of those teams opening league play against each other Friday night.
Live Oak, go nuts,
Go nuts.
features junior back Jacob Ryder, while Lee uses a group of backs as part of their running game. 2 undefeated teams looking to keep it going Friday night.
The Lee Marching Band playing before their game against Live Oak, and it only takes 60 seconds for the Lee Longhorns to get on the board. Quarterback Jared King flies it over to Greg Lee in the end zone for a 6-0 lead. The Live Oak Acorns fight back with a pass play of their own. QB Eric Orndorff drilling it to Mitch Conforti to tie the game up in the first quarter. And the Acorns go nuts as Jacob Ryder takes the ball and spins away from the tackle and just won't go down. One more spin and he's in the end zone. Live Oak takes the 21-14 lead. Not to be outdone, the Longhorns hand the ball off to Michael Brown, who breaks one tackle, then another. This man won't go down until he scores. Lee ties the game at 21-all. The Acorns fake a run, but it's Orndorff who keeps the ball and sneaks over to the sidelines before powering his way in for another Live Oak TD. They keep momentum going strong. It's a huge pass downfield, and it's caught by Isaac Nafon striding his way in for the touchdown. And the Acorns end the night strong with another pass, this time to team captain Paul Lamonta, who snags the ball in the end zone for a final Live Oak touchdown, winning this one with a final of 42-28.
We're at the Rikus Center here on Edison Way in Menlo Park. The Rikus Center, where goals are achieved.
Well, here they are, the Los Altos girls volleyball team. Let's get to know them a little bit better. We're here with Megan Wilhelm. Megan, last year, all the way to the semifinals. What has the coaching staff really challenged you guys this year to not only get there, but even do better?
In practice, we're definitely working harder on making it competitive. We're definitely challenging each other, and it's the fullest, and we're definitely making sure that we're there for competition in league, and so that we can win that to get to CCS and hopefully get to NorCal's again.
What more do you guys have to do, to get, to that, elite level?
We definitely have to do a lot more conditioning. We also have to make sure we keep the level of competitiveness that we had last year and bring it into this year. This team is a lot younger than it was last year, and we have to make sure that all of our traditions come down to everyone that's new to the team this year, which is what we're working on right now.
In the middle, Lulu Kitchen right here. Lulu, very awesome on the outside, also digs a lot too. When you do something over and over again, how do you keep motivating yourself to do it the exact same thing every single time?
Well, you just know if you're not getting good reps, you're getting bad reps. And if you're not focusing on every single thing you do, you're not getting better. So you gotta work hard every time to make it good.
Hard work does pay off. Over here, Serra Callan. Serra, one of the setters on this team. When you have someone like Lulu on the outside, how much easier does it make it for you?
Yeah, it's really nice being no matter where I am, I can just push it to her and know that she'll get it over, she'll get it in, and she'll probably get a kill.
All right, well, thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the season, and the floor is yours.
Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3, Eagles!
DGDG.com is with us this season, and once again they bring us the Be Happy Play. This week's Be Happy Play goes to Julia Liu from Monta Vista High School. Down by 1 goal, Liu scores the game-tying goal, forcing overtime. Julia Liu and her team so happy in this week's Be Happy Play, she even forgets to go get the ball. Liu and the Matadors jumping for joy in this week's Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Play of the Week. Here's one of the contenders. We'll announce the winner next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Tim Dempsey. Today's training tip is a lateral lunge. She's going to sit into her hips on line, step out to her right, hold that position for a few seconds. Notice that she's engaged on her hip, and then she's going to step out of that, okay? Go another time. And then another progression she can do out of this is when she comes back up, she's going to balance on one leg. Hold that position a few seconds, then right back down. Good warm-up drill or an exercise of itself. We like to do about 5 to 10 reps on this.
Once again this season, the winner of the Play of the Week will receive an invitation to our end-of-the-season awards banquet at EA Sports.
We look at some of the contenders and then finally show the Play of the Week in this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
Lots of great plays this week, so buckle up. Here we go. That was Colton Andrade for Monta Vista. Here's Ensenal's Xavier Thomas running through the gap, breaking free, sheds the defender. It's a long TD for the Ensenal Jets in the Island Bowl. We go to volleyball, and it's Valley Christian's Elena Bruckner. We know she's tough. And look at her dive into the stands with a great save, and then Ronica Stone says, this one's done. Here's Bellarmine's Troy Marteg, an impressive 52-yard run, one of his 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. It was alumni night for the Bellarmine Bells, and the alums love that one. Monta Vista in the pool. It's Madison Davis, the goalie, shoots and scores from the other end of the pool. The goalie gets a goal. Jake Landrum in the water. Look at this behind-the-back shot from Jake as he fires it home. That was great. We go to Los Gatos, and it's Miles Beach, a 50-yard game-winning catch and run for the touchdown. A tight game with Wilcox. The Chargers were trying to come back, but no. Miles Beach running for Miles. He didn't go to the beach, but he did run for Miles for a terrific play there. But the Play of the Week goes to Ray Jackson, the third, a touchdown run through defenders, making people miss, showing his speed into the end zone. RJ3 with the touchdown one more time in the Clayton Valley win over Monta Vista. You get the Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's Cal High Sports Bay Area for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Lovis. Join us next week when we meet the son of a famous graffiti artist and the tragedy in his family. We'll see you then.